Alright guys, we're going to do the exploded engine lesson. This is something we went over last week, and I promised you guys to get this video in here. So what you want to do is go to the public and search for car, and we're going to have a bunch out there that different students from my class have made public. Alright, so first of all, you're going to make a copy for yourself, and so make sure you log in so you can save your work. So if you're on this page, it's going to keep on loading forever. So just go ahead and click a copy, name it something that you means something to you. Formula One, my car. Click save, and it's going to be there for a while until you go to the bottom left-hand corner. If you see the very bottom left-hand corner, you'll see a magnifying glass. You're going to want to click on that, and it's going to open up a search for all the tabs. It's an easy way to find the engine. So we're just going to focus on the engine for this project, and yeah, if you stay on this tab, it's going to just take forever, actually about 60 seconds for it to load. But go find the engine, because that's what we're going to work with, and this is going to be exploded view. If you ever want to know how an engine goes together, this is going to be the project for that. So we're going to have like the engine block and the oil pan and all that stuff. Okay, so just finally catching up to me here. So find the engine assembly. There's two tabs. One's studio part, and the other one's the assembly. You want to deal with the assembly. Close out that search pane, and we're going to move that to the side, and we're going to click on. If you saw, you saw the tab over there. Say exploded view. You're going to add exploded view, and that's right behind me there. Let's see. Exploded view is right there. Add exploded view, and that's what we did. So each time you click and drag the arrow, you press OK, and if you see the line that is traced, that is basically showing you step by step how to reassemble this engine. All right, so if you right click, you can tilt and see what's going on. So we're going to pull the camshaft out and click OK every time you change directions, and you'll see the trace going in there, and we're going to take the pistons out and bring them out. We're just going to separate everything so that we sometimes you'll see it clicked on the wrong arrow. No big deal. Sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. Alright. Okay, here we go. Starting to look good there. Alright, so after we get this all separated, what we're going to do is we're going to create a BOM, which is building materials, and that's going to have the names of each part along with description. So it could be, or the materials, I'm sorry, materials. So materials could be whatever it's made out of. Let's say your camshaft is made out of carbon steel, your engine block is made out of stainless steel. You know, if you are a mechanic, you would probably have all that memorized. I don't. I am not a mechanic, and so I don't have this stuff memorized. Alright, so you can see how we've got everything separated, and if you were to actually print this into a schematic, it would have a great assembly instructions for you. So if you follow each trail, it basically that's how you snap it all back together again. Alright, so over on the side we've got that, so we can name that something that is going to be specific to this project. So we're going to call this exploded. May want to do something different than that. Exploded 2021. Okay. Then you're also going to want to go down to the tab and rename it as well, since we got so many of those. But before we do that, let's jump over to the BOM table. All right, so we have material and name, and what we're going to do, looks like we already have, all right, we got material and name. So you can also, I don't want the state. Yeah, I don't want that one. So right click, delete that thing. All right, so we're going to stick with material, and if you want to do appearance, appearance is if you want to turn things different colors. So like the crankcase, we can make that brown, green, different colors. The block, blue. Okay. Interesting. The pistons are red. And the rod is purple. Okay. So, changed all the different colors, and it really pops out, and that's just another added feature that you can add to this. Excuse me, it's late at night. It's been a long weekend. All right, so you have the name, each thing. If you want to rename those, you double click on those, and you can name them whatever you want. The material, you can double click on that and change those material types. You definitely don't want a piston made out of concrete. Anyway, so we have the exploded view, 2021. We have our BOM table, and next thing we're going to do is right click on that tab and name that tab engine parts, and I think I put color, something like that, engine part and color. So we'll know that that tab has the exploded view and the BOM table on it. Okay, so we're going to yeah. Oh. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go to create a drawing. And right behind the alligator, I picked create drawing. And we are going to, alligator's going to fly up to the left-hand corner there. So we're going to insert assembly, engine part and color. And see where it says default, we're going to pick our exploded 2021. And our ratio, 1 to 6 is a pretty good ratio. 1 to 6 will fit on there. And that's going to fit right in there. And it's going to bring in our trace lines as well. We're also going to put in I think we're going to put in an isometric insert assembly, engine part and color, isometric, and oh, you got to go to where it says default, pick your exploded view. It's going to be way too big, so we're going to go 1.8 maybe. And the isometric view is a good way to look at the side profile with the lines coming in. So the first one's the front, second one's isometric. We're going to click and hold and drag, and we're going to delete all that stuff down there. We're going to insert the BOM table, and then we're just going to finish it off with our name and class period. So here's our BOM table. Plop that in there, and there's your appearance. So the appearance really doesn't transfer over to the thing. It's RGBA. Those are actual values of the colors, which is kind of weird. I'm not sure if I can learn how to fix that. But you have your materials, you have your name, you have your quantity in this assembly, you have your item number, and we're going to put that in the corner. So the next thing we're going to do is create a line, and we're going to just put our name and class period down here. And so we're just going to create some lines and some rows and columns and put our information down there next to our BOM table. So creating these schematics is useful, especially if you want to look at specifics and look at measurements. We're going to throw in some dimensions in this thing, and that's really useful if you're trying to build this thing. You have to look at the distance between parts, and it comes in real handy. So we're going to stretch that out and put your name, first period, second period, whatever, and PLTW IED, Dickinson High School, the date, and that fourth block, put the class period. Okay. Alright, so we're going to do callouts, and what we're going to do is the left is going to be the name or material. I think what happens is I see how on the left it says crankcase. I've got the name twice, and I didn't fix that in this video. You'll have to go back and fix that. Make sure you're not putting in the name twice. Just takes up a bunch of room. It looks like I got concrete. Yeah, so I made that mistake, and I'm not sure if I'm going to fix that in this video or not. Eventually, I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and go back and delete everything and fix that. It's just a little bit too much. So anyway, so the callouts are important because it shows visually where each of the parts are located and what they're made of. So you can go in there and delete. See if I can get that fixed. Material. Let's see if that works. So delete everything and we get started over again. Do the call out. Let's see what happens. So we have two of the name. You really have to make sure that's deleted. Over on the left hand side, let's see. We still have block on this side. Yeah, if you can notice, I still have the name down twice, so I'm not sure if I fixed that in this video, but anyway, you saw how I fixed the right hand side to where I have just aluminum once on that side. That's something you have to fix, just watch for that. So you saw the mistakes I made. So there you go, you have your table, you have your exploded view. Got the colors, which really look nice when you do the exploded view. And let's see, if you want to add more columns, you can, but here's the exploded view. Right click on that, activate, and there's your exploded view. Alright, so that's it, and so that is the drawing that we created with the BOM table, your name on there, and once again make sure that you double click on the call out left and right, make sure you don't have the name down twice like I just did. At least I fixed the other side, but I want you guys to make sure that pay attention to the small details and don't put the name in twice like I did, and have fun with this project. I'll see you guys next week.